So today I'm going to show you how to make a new piece of work on Redbubble. So right now I'm on my dashboard, so I'll go to this, or it's right here, but it's also here when you're on this page. But so I'll go upload, and let's do this one. So now that's completed. You'll put a title, some tags, and a description. Make sure when you're making your tags, you have a comma between them, because if you don't, they won't work. Now with these, my design doesn't really work with this, so I won't be having these three. These ones work with mine though, because they can cover the whole shirt. This one you can only cover this small portion of it. So if you have like just text or something, it will work great with this. But with my type of stuff, it doesn't work very well. So here, I'll show you. I usually put for these ones a regular grid because then they line up together. And then put it where you want, and it will show up. It's a little right there. And then you can also choose a background color. And then right here, it will show mine's at 5% because I just wanted it to be cheaper for people, but you can put it up to 20. It usually starts at that. And then you can also scale it to make it like that. If you put an offset grid, it will look like that. So if you don't have pieces that match up, you might like this better. And you don't always have to press apply changes, especially if you're going to do everything or most of the things. And some of these have a plus sign, so it's easier for you to match it up, but not all of them do, unfortunately. So now with this, I'm going to move it over a little bit. Sometimes, depending on the case, it will be a little lopsided, so you gotta worry about that. But it usually isn't too lopsided, so most of the time you're fine. There we go. I'm just gonna go through and check the ones I want to do. I don't usually do this one because it doesn't really turn out right with mine because it doesn't go all the way up the bottle, but for some people it works a little better depending on your design. So with this, you should choose 2 of these. I usually, for all of mine, do digital art and drawing because that's what mine are. And then if it's not inappropriate, press no. And that, so I'm gonna just go back through and start doing all this for mine. Now with these, it doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. As you can see, this is the sides of the duffel bag and it won't line up because they're too close. So that's fine if it's not completely lined up. Still looks okay. Someone might like that, so. with the socks, I don't worry as much how the design looks on it because people still like it. With these, you want to make sure that it looks good and doesn't look a little weird. Now with these kind of phone cases, the phone wallets, it's a little bit harder to get your design on there, so I usually just try and center it. So like you can actually see the design when it's fully opened, the full design. Yeah, that looks good. Now with these on here, it looks like this, but when you upload it, there's another bag that they don't really show here, but it covers the whole thing. So if you want your design to cover a whole bag, just try and make sure that it's one of these so that it covers the entire thing. And with these, I usually put this because just a regular grid or offset, depending on your design, but they also have a front and back, so if you have like one like words or anything, that would be a good setting for you. With these, you wouldn't want it to not have any of these, so I usually choose this one because it will wrap all the way around the mug. Make sure to do that. And we're back to the top. So now for this, I'm just gonna call it Icy Blue Dala. these are my tags. I usually put them on a Google Doc so I can copy and paste them here because it's usually the same thing. And so for the description, you can explain your image. I don't really explain mine very much just because you can see what it is. But if it's something very specific, you may want to explain it in the description. And then just scroll to the bottom. We already filled this out. If you haven't, I put for media, drawing and digital art. I have a collection called Mandy Mars, my page. My content is not mature content, so I put no. You can do this. It's what would show at the on your shop. So if you specifically want to sell t-shirts, you can make it be a t-shirt and it will only show your t-shirts first. Like it will, yeah. I usually just choose whatever they recommend on there. And then I made this art myself, so I have the right to sell it. But you can also go on like sites where you can buy the art and then legally you'll be able to use it. So just be wary of that. And usually it can take a little bit to appear on your portfolio, but it's usually not that long. And it's done. And now it will show you all your stuff and how it looks on the person. And then with these, if you want to promote them on like Tumblr or Pinterest or Instagram or anywhere, you can go over here, download images, and start downloading them. You can also share them. I'm not going to do that right now though. Sometimes the sharing option doesn't work, so that's why I usually just download the images and put them on the sites myself. But if the sharing works for you, I would recommend doing that. It's a lot easier. So yeah, that's it pretty much. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you guys want to see more of this type of content, please leave a comment down below. Thank you.